What up, fuckboys? I was having fun playing For Honor. You know, that new game by Ubisoft? Or is it Ubisoft? I don't know, who cares? Anyway, played the story mode so I could get accustomed to some of the classes. And it was pretty mediocre, the story mode. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great, But you kind of learn how to play the classes, especially if you go through on hard, or above. So, good shit. So I played that. And then I started playing online with my friend Sebastian. We played, just like dual, like 2v2 brawls, I guess is what they are. It's just like 2v2 fight to the death against bots. Because unlike a bunch of lame people, we don't want to just go into the game with teammates to let down when we have no idea what we're doing. Instead, we'd much rather learn how to choose some bots and go back into the game and see if it works on real people. So we do that like gentlemen. So that's what we were doing, and had a good time. And last night, tried to play some online matches, some 4v4 Dominion. 8 people, fun stuff. And yeah, we had like one game where we didn't disconnect, like one of us didn't disconnect, and I just want to say that's bullshit. That's totally uncalled for a $60 AAA release. They had a long alpha, closed beta, open beta. People have been complaining about P2P or peer-to-peer servers this whole time, and it's stupid. Why did you not learn since Rainbow Six Vegas, or sorry, Rainbow Six Siege? You know, I mean, everyone made a huge deal apparently about the peer-to-peer servers because they suck. If you're not doing like, look, if it's Dark Souls or something like that where it's 1v1, potentially 2v2, peer-to-peer might be better alternative, especially if you're not a very big studio. But it's Ubisoft. You know, they have plenty of money, but because Ubisoft is Satan apparently in a company, they're like, nah, fuck everyone. We're just gonna do peer-to-peer connections because we don't want to pay for dedicated servers, and it results in just all this tomfoolery. You know, you start wrecking the host. Yeah, say throw him off the side of into a pit like 3 times in a row, then he just disconnects and it fucks up the whole game for everyone. Then all of a sudden your connection, which was pretty good, now it's like awful because the new host is playing in fucking Antarctica, and for some reason the server chose this guy. Now you got like 90 ping, or sorry, 900 ping. You're at 90 ping before, which is like not great but bearable to some extent at low level play, and then you're at 900 ping, and you're just getting fucked up by everyone. You think you're dodging behind someone, you're taking top heavies to the face. It's just not cool. And yeah, if you're still listening at this point, you're on the fence about the game, I would say do not buy it. Don't even go near it until if, and that's only if Ubisoft decide to purchase some dedicated servers for the game, which I don't understand why they wouldn't do that at this point. They're trying to make it an esport. If you want your stuff to be an esport, I mean, look at Psyonix and Rocket League. They launched. I don't know how much money they had starting out, but certainly less than Ubisoft, and they had plenty of dedicated servers. I mean, they had times where stuff went down for times, or maybe even a day potentially. I think there's like one time where Rocket League went down for almost a day, but they figured it out and they got it working. They have dedicated servers, and it's all good. And they're not a giant company; they're still an indie developer. And meanwhile, Ubisoft is just so cheap. They already have a $40 season pass with 6 DLC characters planned, plus microtransactions in the game, and they're not going to get dedicated servers. I mean, fuck that. Fuck that. And fuck you, Ubisoft. That is some bullshit. That is some grade A bullshit. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. That sucks. You're trying to make a competitive game. It's like, I guess, kind of like a hybrid third person fighting game. But either way, it's based on reactions. And you're going to have peer to peer connections. You're going to have potentially 7 people connecting to one host who might have, be in frickin' Armenia or, some random ass country. While everyone else is from nowhere near around there. I mean, I guess it probably doesn't do that typically, but either way, just why? They certainly have the resources. You just have to purchase the servers from Sony and Microsoft. They're going to kill their own game. If they don't get dedicated servers and fix it, they're going to kill their own game. They want to have an esport. Well, you got to give a shit. It's like, be like if I built a cruise ship. I put like all this awesome stuff in it. We got like a 300-foot high dive into a chocolate river fountain. You got dancing circus animals for dinner and all that crazy shit. Water beds in every room. Not the new ones, like the old cool ones that you can like jump on. And then I'm powering the damn thing with the Cessna engine. And for those of you who don't know what a Cessna is, it's like a tiny airplane. What's the point? You're hamstringing your own game. You're not even equipping it to. Dude, last night I was playing at 1 o'clock on a Thursday. I mean, 2 days after release, I guess technically the third day of release, but still. Third day of release, 1 a.m. Thursday. And I'm, after games, the server is having overload issues. You had a full beta, a closed beta, open beta, alpha to figure this out. And, I'm quitting games, freezing out, having to quit out and come back and hope to God that I got experience for my character. That is so dumb. Why did I pay $60 for this broke-ass game? There's a reason why the last Ubisoft game I bought was The Order 1886, and that one sucked too. At this point, I'm just like, fuck Ubisoft. What's the point? Clearly, they don't give a shit. They just release all these broken games. They don't care. They just want your money. Throw out some dope trailer, make everything look cool, really pretty, have like one cool gimmick in the gameplay. I mean, to be fair, For Honor is more than I'd say it's a pretty deep game, but with the server situation, it's just a gimmick. And boom, slap you a $60 price tag, get you to buy it, and okay, well, later. On to the next title. I'm sick of it. Whatever. In my opinion, as far as I'm concerned anyway, as far as my wallet goes, if Ubisoft doesn't fix this game, they're dead to me as a company. I'm not going to buy any more of their games unless, there are overwhelming reviews from every angle, not just IGN and freaking Games Radar and GameStop and all the, all the mainstream media shit that's in bed with the developers half the time. It's just you can't trust them. I think they have a cool idea for a game and they fuck you. I mean, I guess I definitely probably should have researched more, but I have a good internet connection, so it's like cool. I'll probably just host most games, or not be too bad, dude. If it's not like a prime time for the game, you can't even get on a match half the time. It's like literally, every other match you're disconnected from mid game. I'm done. I'm so done. Fuck you, Ubisoft. Oh, and one more thing. Why the hell, in a game that is internet, like the meat of the game, multiplayer, matchmaking, why the fuck would you make it so that on console you cannot change your search criteria or what you prioritize when you're filtering servers? Why the hell would you make it so that it prioritizes skill all the time over connection quality? I mean, I don't know about you. I would rather get my ass kicked by someone good at the game and actually learn something over a really good connection rather than have an even game where I'm basically playing hide and seek in the dark with this person, who's of near my skill level, You know, is because I'm like, oh, I think he's kind of over there, but you never know because the connection's so bad. You know, like in this situation, it would literally pair you with someone who's just as newbie as you are, who's a host from fucking Antarctica, rather than pair you with someone who's of intermediate skill while you're a total noob. So like they're better than you, but maybe they live like I don't know, 50 miles away. That makes no sense. Like Ubisoft, you're really gonna tell me? I don't know how much, like, it's not public how much they spent on this game or what the budget was, but based on the crazy graphics and the animation quality and all that stuff, it's got to be at least nine figures, you know? 100 million at least, probably 200 million, at least tens of millions, at least, if not hundreds of millions. And you can't afford servers. Are you fucking kidding me? You can't afford dedicated servers? Do you think we're stupid? I mean, after people complained about Rainbow Six um, Siege, you know, you got dedicated servers, so you can't do this for your next game, your next new IP that you're trying to make an esport. That just makes no sense. I know I'm rambling, but this is just the amount of the petty greed is mind blowing. Like it is just what the fuck, man? What happened? Like really, what happened to Ubisoft? You remember how back in the day they used to like freaking Splinter Cell? Dude, that was awesome. And I'm not saying like they were an amazing company back then, but at least they didn't, you know, they wouldn't have released Splinter Cell 1, 2, or 3 without making sure it was okay and like good to go without game breaking bugs like we've seen in the last Assassin's Creed and with the connectivity issues in this and Rainbow Six Siege at launch and just the other Assassin's Creed game that came out before the other one that had issues. Like this is a freaking pattern. You know, what happened to just making a good game and making sure it's good before you get it out the door and get a whole bunch of people to pay $60 for it? Like is this what AAA gaming has come to? Like you're just okay, cool. Well, we can get away with it, and people will probably still buy the next game we come out with. So fuck it, whatever makes us the most money. That is so short sighted. I mean, I guess yeah, it's smart financially, and you know, and in like a quarterly make you look good for your boss sense, but that's not how you keep fans. Like not smart ones anyway. I mean, I guess I really hope everyone isn't so stupid that they just keep buying broke ass Ubisoft games at launch. This is the second time since the order, which I guess that was like 2015. I don't know off the top of my head. This is a couple years ago ish. You know, two games in like 2 years. They're both. I mean, the order wasn't like broken, but I mean, I wouldn't even call it a game. You know, I don't really want to get into it because this game is about For Honor, or this is about For Honor. But you know, either way, let's both games are not worth $60 at launch by a long stretch of the. Just there's no way, there's no way by any stretch of the imagination that I can, in good conscience, tell anyone to buy this game for $60. Avoid it. Wait until they get dedicated servers. I mean, it's fun when it works. When it works, that's a big if. When it works. So, man, this just makes me so sad. So sad, guys.